Hello everyone! Today we've got an exciting video for you where we'll demonstrate how Sangfor Cyber Command seamlessly integrates with the SaaS version of Crowdstrike Endpoint Security. This integration enables important incident response actions like containment, initiating virus scans, and lifting containment. Let's start with an overview of our network topology. Here you can see that Cyber Command is successfully connected to Crowdstrike Endpoint Security. In our demonstration, Cyber Command is operating from the IP address 172.28.7.85, while our test PC is located at 172.16.152.19. In the incident response process, Cyber Command issues response actions to CrowdStrike. Once received, CrowdStrike will execute these response actions in accordance with the defined Playbook policy in Cyber Command. Now let's dive into the Cyber Command platform and see this integration into action. On the Cyber Command Response App configuration page, there's a crucial yet straightforward step we need to perform: testing the connectivity. By clicking on the Test Connectivity button, we can verify the accuracy of our configuration and ensure that the connection is functioning normally. You'll know it's successful once you see the Connection Test Successful message pop up on your screen. With our connection confirmed, let's now move to the Playbook policy page, one of the core features built into the Cyber Command platform. We've already set up a Playbook policy on the Cyber Command platform. Now let's dive in for a closer look. Given that our test PC's IP address is 172.16.152.19, it's crucial to define this as a constant in our Playbook policy. This step is essential as it allows us to reference this specific IP address consistently throughout the policy's execution. As we examine the policy, you'll notice that the first node is a decision point. It's designed to determine if the target IP matches that of our test PC. If it does, we'll proceed to the next steps. If not, the Playbook policy will conclude right there. The first response action is containment, which Cyber Command will issue to Crowdstrike Endpoint Security to execute. Next, we've created a scan task to detect any malicious files on the test PC. This step mirrors real-world scenarios, where it's crucial to scan the endpoint upon detecting malicious access. When you create the scan task, you need to specify several parameters: the IP address of the target endpoint, whether it is a local IP, the file path, and the decision whether to isolate the endpoint. Moving to the next step, it's important to check the scan status and review the overview of the last action. However, it's advisable to delay this step for a specific time period, as the scan task can take several minutes to complete. In our demonstration, we'll set it to execute after 2 minutes, 120 seconds. Remember, this time can be customized to fit your actual requirements. At the next decision point, we need to account for 2 possible scenarios. The first is where the scan task runs successfully as expected. The second scenario involves the policy encountering a failure due to some issues. If the outcome falls under the second scenario, indicating a failure, the Playbook policy will end immediately. If the outcome aligns with the first scenario, the process will advance to the next action, which is to lift containment. To sum up, this Playbook policy begins with the test PC undergoing containment. Once the scan task is executed successfully, containment will be lifted for the test PC. However, if the scan task fails, the Playbook policy will end immediately. We'll monitor these status changes directly in the CrowdStrike platform later. Before we put this Playbook policy into action, it's essential to save and enable it. You'll see a Saved Successfully message pop up once it's saved properly. Now, let's navigate to the Security Alerts page on the Cyber Command platform. On the Security Alerts page, we'll search for our test PC with the address 172.16.152.19, and we will expand the time range to cover alerts from the last 30 days. Click Search, and we will see the correlated security alerts of the test PC. From these, select the first alert and click the Coordinated Response button, located on the right side. This action will display all the predefined Playbook policies. Locate and select the one we previously defined, named 202.311.13. To double-check, let's shift back to the Playbook policy page. Once you confirm the policy name, select 202.311.13 and click Execute. A confirmation page will pop up, and click OK to start the execution. After executing the policy, we can click on Coordination Logs to monitor the process. As we observe, the first action listed is containment. Now, let's switch over to the CrowdStrike platform. Initially, the containment status appears as normal, reflecting its original state. Let's refresh the page to update the status. After refreshing the page in CrowdStrike, you'll notice that the containment status has changed to Contained, which aligns with our Playbook policy. Let's return to the Coordination Logs page. Here we see there's 1 minute remaining before the scan task status check will be executed. Remember, we set for it to execute 2 minutes after initiating the scan task. So let's pause here momentarily and wait for this process to complete. Let's now revisit the security page to review the coordination logs once more. We can see that the Playbook policy has been executed successfully, with the final action being Lift Containment. Next, we'll verify the status on the CrowdStrike platform. After refreshing the page, the status should be updated to normal. As anticipated, the final status of our test PC has reverted to normal, confirming the successful execution of the entire process. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the Playbook policy. It's clearly a highly useful tool in daily security operations, especially once you've identified typical application scenarios. This platform offers the flexibility to customize your Playbook policy according to specific needs. For instance, you can add an action to update the status of security alerts to Fixed after containment is lifted, or send an email notification to the security administrator. When it comes to policy settings, you have the option to choose between manual or automatic execution types. These can be directed towards specific security alerts or incidents, and you can even define the assets involved. Its versatility allows for a wide range of applications. So that brings an end to today's demonstration. We hope we've given you insights on protecting your business, and we thank you for your time.